so may we, by our lips, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled with light so many in our own day. Be among us who kindle light.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
I invite you to wish someone a Shabbat Shalom that you might not know and welcome, join us in our sanctuary as we celebrate Shabbat.
Hine matov umanayim sheve achim gam yachad. Mazel tov, you look gorgeous. Hine matov umanayim sheve achim gam yachad. Hine matov, hine matov umanayim sheve achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim sheve achim gam yachad. One more time, hine matov, hine matov umanayim sheve achim gam yachad. Hine matov
Umanayim
sheve achim gam yachad. Let me hear your voices. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine matov, hine matov umanayim sheve achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim sheve achim gam yachad. I want to hear your voices. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Hine matov umanayim sheve achim we take a deep breath.
Right before Shabbat, we heard of the passing of Rabbi Harold Kushner. Rabbi Harold Kushner was a rabbi in Natick, Massachusetts, and he is best known perhaps for writing a book about why bad things happen to good people. He was a conservative rabbi, taught at JTS, taught at my alma mater at Clark University in Worcester. And to open this Shabbat, I read one of his letters. A love letter to a world that may or may not deserve it. Dear world, we've been through a lot together over the past 8 decades. You and I, marriages, births, deaths, fulfillments, and disappointments, war and peace, good times and hard times. There were days when you were more generous to me than I could possibly have deserved. And there were days when you cheated me out of things I felt I was entitled to. There were days when you looked so achingly beautiful that I could hardly believe you were mine. And days when you broke my heart and reduced me to tears. But with it all, I choose to love you. I love you whether you deserve it or not. And how does one measure that? I love you in part because you are the only world I have. I love you because I like who I am better when I do. But mostly, I love you because loving you makes it easier for me to be grateful for today and hopeful about tomorrow. Love does that. Faithfully yours, Harold Kushner. And so we come together grateful to be in this sacred community. We turn to the words of Shalom Aleichem on page 24 of your Siddur.
Shalom
Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon.
Mi melech malachei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Olechem leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi
Melech Malachei HaMalachim
HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni
Shalom, Malachei
Shalom, Malachei Elyon.
Mi Melech Malachei HaMalachim,
HaKadosh
Baruch Hu. Tzedkem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei HaMalachim,
HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
On page 20, we turn to the words of Lecha Dodi. We'll sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. On the final verse, I invite you to rise, face our sanctuary door as we welcome the Sabbath bride.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shampur v'zachor v'dibor echad hishmianu, El hameyuchad Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki b'ekor ha'beracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh v'machsha tekila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri kiva ore kumi ori uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alalik nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Ohi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha, uvetzola, toch emunei, am segula. Boi chala, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela.
We have just welcomed the Sabbath bride. I invite you to turn to someone, wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Someone you don't know.
Anything? You feel good? Yes. Good. Great. Yes. I think you could be maybe a little bit louder. I don't know.
I just want to blast them. We'll turn it towards us a little bit.
Okay, that's good.
Please be seated. On Shabbat, we have many blessings around our Shabbat table. We say a blessing over wine, we say a blessing over candles and motzi, as well as over our children. In some traditional households, we also do a blessing for a woman of valor. And so tonight we get to honor a woman of valor in our congregation. So I'm going to invite Marilyn Lieberman up here to join us. She received an award. And Sharon and Cindy, if you want to join us too, you were there as well. So Marilyn, you're there. Join us, please. So Marilyn is our current Sisterhood Temple president. And Sharon, Cindy, you can join us. They were at this special event where in Pittsburgh a couple of weeks back, where Marilyn received the award for being a woman of valor as the 2023 recipient. Marilyn has not only served 2 terms as our sisterhood president, but she's a 2-time member of our congregation. She left, go to Atlanta, but she came back to New Jersey to be a part of this community. Marilyn joined Sisterhood presidency during the height of COVID, and she has helped make sure that it continues to thrive, continues to be creative, continues to be different. And so Marilyn's enthusiasm and passion for making connections is shared with our congregation at large, as well through her membership committee and the Chamishim programs. And it is my honor to present you on behalf of our congregation, as well as the Women of Reformed Judaism's the Women of Valor Award presented to Marilyn Lieberman. And we have 2 leaders of Women of Reformed Judaism on the bima with us tonight. And we are so glad to just mark this special day. And so we can say Mazel Tov.
Thank you so much. I'm honored. Such a surprise. I didn't know what that was today.
That's your friend.
Yes. Thank you.
We continue with the Baruch Hu on page 28 in our Siddur. Please rise.
Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim v'chokhmah poteach sha'arim uvibuna mishnei itim ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, במשרותיהם ברקיר כרצונו, ברי יום ולילה, גואל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום ובין לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המריב ערבים.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amecha avta, Amcha avta. Torah umitzvot, chukim umishpatim, otanu limadeta, otanu limadeta. Al-Kain Adonai Eloheinu b'shokbeinu uvkumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha uv'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu v'yorech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla negei yomam v'layla יהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We continue with the words of Mi Chamocha found on page 40.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גיא ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Leshalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Leshalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Leshalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, guardian of Israel, whose shelters of peace is spread over us, over your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai, haparei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat, la'asot et haShabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We rise for the Amidah, page 46.
Adonai sefatai tifta ufia ki tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, זוכר חסי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. בכמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יחללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue in our prayer book silently to page 62, or you can use the words of your heart. When you're done praying, I invite you to be seated.
Heart of mine, lost and find my home is sometimes near and sometimes far. It's always changing, oh heart of mine. Take the time to feel the sadness. Love is always near. It seems they go together. The walls are coming down and down and down, and life is going round and round and round, and love it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. Oh, moon of mine, to see you shine is like as if to wish upon a star. I'm so glad to see you, oh moon of mine. The night is time for love and wonder spread across the sky. What would we do without you? The walls are coming down and down and down, and life is going round and round and round, and love it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. Oh, friend of mine, eyes that shine and help me feel that I am not alone. How can I ever thank you, oh, friend of mine? Space nor time will break the bond that holds my heart with yours. I'll always love you. The walls are coming down and down and down, and life is going round and round and round, and love it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you.
During our silent prayer, that song, we may have been thinking of our loved ones who need extra healing of mind, body, or spirit. If you are thinking of someone this evening, I invite you to share their names as my eyes meet yours. Those names, we had Gabby Kraft Buckman, Eliezer Moshe Ben David, Rachel Azar, Jeffrey Feldman, Helene Caro, Violet Linder, Vida Aziz, Summer Kurder, Avraham Ben Ruben Umira, Len Cabot, Karen Berlini, Diane Cooper-Schmidt, Lori Doss, Stephen Block, Adam Phipps Swanson, Cindy Ford, Mark Goldstein, Fred Epstein, Mary Barnett, Herb Saltzman, Barry Selinger, Tajan J., Carmen Urina. Mishaberach Avotenu v'imotenu, Makor habracha, may the one who blessed our ancestors bless all who are touched by illness. Grant insight to those who bring healing, courage and faith to those who are sick, love and strength to us and all who love them. God, let your spirit rest upon those who are ill and comfort them. Speedily and soon may they know a time of refuah shlema, a complete healing, a renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen. On Shabbat, we also like to share joys that have happened to us this past week. We have two awesome joys that I'm going to invite you to join us on the bima with your family as well. Morgan and Hannah, as they are called to the Torah for the first time tomorrow, please join us for Kiddush. I'm also going to invite those who are part of our Creative Jewish Legacy to join us on the bima as well, so that we can honor you and recognize you. And if you celebrated a birthday, an anniversary, a new job, something good in your life, maybe your driver's license, maybe a new home, something, please join us on the bima as well. And I'm at Jeffrey Kagan, a member of our board. He's going to help us pass out some juice as well. Oh, right over there. Right. And I'm going to invite all of you to rise as we turn to the words of Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'rata b'anu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'ahava u'ratzon, kimhilanu, zikaron.
So Morgan and Hannah, before you take a sip, we are so lucky that the two of you will be leading our congregation tomorrow. You'll be reading from the double portion of Acharei Mot and Kiddushim. Kiddushim is about holiness. It tells us a whole long list of how to be holy. And I am going to tell you that the two of you are really holy. And you'll feel holy tomorrow. Because you'll be wearing a talit for the first time, a prayer shawl. You'll be saying these ancient words, which are holy words. But the two of you are really holy because of who the two of you are. Two young women that have taken this process seriously, who have come with a smile and with excitement on this special day. And so my hope for you is that you will feel holy tomorrow, but that you continue to feel holy each and every day of your life, because the two of you are two amazing and young holy women. And so we say Mazel Tov and L'chaim. Take a sip. And to the people who I joined here, the people who are part of our Create a Jewish Legacy, you are, and this entire congregation is holy as well, but I would love to offer you a blessing this evening. God spoke to Moses saying, "Speak to the children of Israel. From every person who is moved by generosity of their hearts, accept gifts for me." We celebrate this legacy of Yidenu Leibo, those moved by generosity and free will, to build and establish our very first holy communal structure, the Mishkan. They gave of gold, silver, and copper, purple and crimson yarns, fine woods, and items from near and far. Today, you volunteer your time and resources to create the community that we cherish. We call you Nidavim, those who are generous. We know you as Nidavim, those who are kind. We look to you, Nidavim, those who volunteer. We respect you, Nidavim Amo, those who are leaders among our people. As we offer thanks to you who sustain us, just as you give thanks to God, declaring, V'nendava es b'nacha lecha, odeh shimcha Adonai. With a generous gift, I make an offering to you, O God. I give thanks to your name. Baruch atah Adonai notein tomrim nidivim. Blessed is God, givers of generous givers. And I thank you for making sure that this vibrant community continues on with your legacy and through your spirit and ruach. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and we all do. Thank you. Mazel tov. Please be seated.
So you might be wondering, what is this whole Create a Jewish Legacy all about? Lucky for us, we have a wonderful lay leader, past president, Robert Koppel, Bob Koppel, who will share a few words about our Create a Jewish Legacy and thank those who support our synagogue.
Shabbat Shalom. I do want to thank all of the temple members, clergy, and staff who've included Temple Emanu-El in their estate plans. Being a member of the Temple Emanu-El Legacy Circle identifies you as dedicated and significant supporters of our temple. My sincere thanks to all of you. I especially want to thank Jackie Master, our temple office manager, who has provided the Legacy Circle with incredible support throughout the years, and also want to acknowledge and thank our executive director, Jason Silberfein, for the strong assistance we've received from him. And of course, many thanks to Mike Kenny and his staff for their help in the myriad tasks that support our legacy efforts. Many of us financially support the temple through annual Kol Nidre appeal, making gifts to various funds to honor or memorialize our friends and family, and by supporting other events throughout the year. All of those contributions are important, if not critical, to maintaining our temple each year. The Legacy Circle, however, is about the future. Joining the Legacy Circle now is an affirmation to ensure that the investments that we make each year will be extended beyond our own years to further the continued excellence of our temple's programs and services. Joining the Legacy Circle is also a demonstration of our strong connection and commitment to this temple, Temple Emanu-El. Our Legacy Circle commitments will support future family life cycle events, regular programming, the wide range of educational schooling opportunities from ECE through high school and adult education. They're available to all. The Legacy Circle will, of course, also support our religious services, just as tonight's Shabbat service. We know that our participation will provide the ongoing support for our wonderful clergy, Rabbi Appel, Cantor Goldman, who are led by our terrific senior rabbi, Rabbi Prosnett, all of whom are always available to us when we need them. Once again, Todah Rabbah to all of our current legacy members. If anybody would like more information on how to participate, please contact Jackie Master or Jason Silberfein in the temple office, or feel free to contact me directly. May we all look forward to a meaningful and secure future for ourselves and for the future generations of Temple Emanu-El members. I encourage everyone to build your own family's Jewish legacy through our wonderful temple. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much. What a beautiful gift to our congregation. And as I look at it, it's such a joy to see members of our ECE here tonight, our Benot Mitzvah, and so many generations here in this place because of your generosity and your commitment. So these words, L'dor Vador, on and on, the light in us shines. There is a past in every portrait. There is a truth in every tale. And all the days that came before us are as the wind upon our sails. There is a forest in every father as he stands amidst the wild. There is a mountain in every mother, her sturdy force of heart and mind. Lidor vador nagid God lecha. The light in us shines on and on. Lidor vador nagid God lecha. For the time may pass, but it's never gone. There is no story without a sadness, and not a life without love. As we look back to the days that have passed us, we hold on to the lights above. There is a dream in every daughter. There is a song in every son. And as our tears are made of water, there is a home from which we come. Lidor vador nagid God lecha. The light in us shines on and on. Lidor vador nagid God lecha. For the time may pass, but it's never gone. Lidor vador, Lidor vador nagid God lecha. The light in us shines on and on. Lidor vador nagid God lecha. For the time may pass, but it's never gone.
I have some really nice neighbors. And I can tell you for certain that the neighbors on both sides of my home are not the watchers. If you need to ask your friends, I live on Boulevard, close to the Watcher. 2 weeks ago, we were out of town and one of my neighbors texted me. We found a drone in our backyard. We assume it's one of your kids. We're happy to drop it off. It wasn't one of my kids, but I'm sure Caleb would have loved it. And the neighbor that we share a driveway with parks so my kids can play and shoot hoops in our driveway. If I run out of flour or eggs or sugar, I'm sure I could run over and ask to borrow some ingredients. We have a nice relationship. We are cordial. We are perfect neighbors. But in this week's Torah portion, we are commanded, V'ahavta l'recha kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself. Do I really love my neighbors? I wonder if any of you really love your neighbors. Oh, there we have one. All right, that's good. I'm sure there are people that do not like their neighbors, too. So what does this commandment even mean? Like, what happens if your neighbor plays loud music all hours of the night? Or what happens if your neighbor leaves garbage on the front lawn? Or what happens if they have a dog that incessantly barks throughout the day? How can you love your neighbor? And who are our neighbors? These 3 words, love your neighbor as yourself, is a common phrase that many recite as the foundation of the Golden Rule. It was Rabbi Akiva who proclaimed that this is the most important commandment in the Torah. Yet what does it mean? The Hebrew word we translate as your neighbor is re'echa. The word comes from the verb which is to associate with, to keep company with, or to be friends. So who is our neighbor? Is it the person that resides next to you? Or is it the person you work with? Is it your friends? Is it your Jewish community? Is it our world? According to the Hebrew, it could be anyone that we connect with. In 1963, Rabbi Prince spoke at the Civil Rights March in Washington, D.C. And strikingly, he taught, our fathers taught us thousands of years ago that when God created men, God had created him as everybody's neighbors. Neighbor is not a geographic term. It's a moral concept. It means our collective responsibility for the preservation of man's dignity and integrity. Neighbor is not a geographic term. It's a moral concept. But how do we love someone if they're mean, if they're inconsiderate? Luckily, our rabbis guide us with a possible answer. The Eitz Chaim commentary suggests, love your neighbor because he or she is like yourself, subject to the same temptation that you are. Just as we excuse our own behavior by seeing it in context, claiming that we're tired, angry, or misinformed, and therefore guilty of nothing worse than poor judgment, we should be prepared to judge the behavior of others as charitable. Rabbi Zelig Pliskin, a contemporary Orthodox rabbi, in his book Kindness wrote, every time you act kindly, the world has more kindness. Every time you are compassionate, the world has more compassion. Every time you help transform someone's worry into serenity, the world is a more serene place. Every time you calm someone who is angry, the world is more pleasant. Every time you give money to charity, the world is more charitable. Every time you encourage someone to do something for others, you're creating a partner to making a better world. V'ahavta l'recha kamocha. These words are part of the holiness code that we'll hear tomorrow morning. It means that we increase joy and happiness in the world. It means sharing kindness with strangers as well as with friends. It means to love your neighbor, your friend, and your greater community and God as much as you love yourself. No wonder Rabbi Akiba felt that to love your neighbor as yourself is the most important commandment in the Torah, as it's our guide to be holy. Shabbat Shalom. We are in the period of counting the Omer, the time between Passover and Shavuot. As we climb up to this moment of revelation at Sinai, I invite you to rise. Page 278.
Asher Kiddushanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu Al Sfirat HaOmer Hayom Shloshav Esrim Yom Sheim Shlosha Shavuot U'Shnei Yamim LaOmer.
We remain standing on page 282, the words of Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu kamishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'goralenu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ve'nemar, Ve'haya Adonai, Lemelech Al Kol Haaretz, Bayom Ha'u, Yeh Adonai Echad, U'Shemo,
At this time in our service, we remember those who have died in this season in years past and those who have died in the past 30 days. If you hear your loved one's name, I invite you to rise and remain standing. During this period of Shloshim, we remember Gloria Fleischner, mother of Terry Klass, Harold S. Roth, father of Marcy Kilzinski, Lila Greenberg, grandmother of Pamela Clark, Gary Gleitman, father of Alex Gleitman, Robert Nacko, father of Stephen Nacko, Ruth Iris Glass, sister of Lorraine Glass Davis, Danielle Stern, uncle of Shari Hamilton. And we recall loved ones who have died but not yet been buried, Robert Faniel, father of Alicia Faniel. We remember on the anniversary of their loved ones' deaths, J. Benjamin Albert, Bernice Allen, Francis M. Anatoli, Iris Berman, Gertrude Lamp Blaunstein, William Cherlin, Bert Cohen, Nathan Siplet, Saul Davidson, Herbert Dinowitz, Joshua Dunkelman, Deborah Edelman, Leonard Epstein, Howard Essenfeld, Mark Fish, Harold Fleischner, Ronald Goldberger, Benny Gollum, Julius Grant, Yaffa Greenfields, Florence Haar, Laura Hecker, James Hudson, David Kabakow, Morton Kaufman, Beatrice Kellner, Edith Klein, Summer Coppell, Edward Kreitman, Miriam Kurder, Leo Lazar, Francis Lerner, Alan Levitz, Hilda Lifshitz, Leon Marcus, May Minkoff, Pauline Oxman, Gerald Perlo, Cynthia Perron, Kenneth Plattman, Leonard Posner, Calvin Rapp, William Redeker, Rose, Frida Rosenberg, Maria Strauss-Roth, A. Bernard Salbin, Sheldon Seidman, Ruth Sell, Robert Chwalewski, Eli Shub, Boris Tabachnik, Rebecca Tannenbaum, Robert Tell, Gertrude Unger, Bernice Weinstein, Rebecca West, Harold Wetcher, Bernard Zalma, Bernard Zientz, and Israel Zukroff. If you are in the first year of mourning, I invite you to rise as well. In sacred solidarity, we rise for the words of Mourner's Kaddish, found on page 294. Yikada v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad v'yirach yirutei v'yamlik malchutei, v'chayechod v'yomechod v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'yisman kariv v'yemru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah v'yvarach le'olam amei amaya. Yivarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah b'richu. Ve'elam mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, tamiran b'yama v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah mit Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Osei shalom b'mramav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and all who mourn, and comfort the bereaved, as together we say,
Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you again to our Legacy Circle members and for being here tonight. Mazel tov. Again, to the Gilman and Archie family, we look forward to being with you tomorrow. Services tomorrow start at Saturday morning Minyan and Holy Scrollers. Thank you to Alec for joining us on the Bima tonight as well. If you want to hear another great guitarist, join us next Thursday on May 4th. David Broza, one of the most famous singer-songwriters of Israel, will be joining us here as part of our way to celebrate Israel's 75th birthday, which we just celebrated this past week. We hope that you can join us for what will be a really terrific concert. Information is outside. You can scan it and get some tickets for our benefit concerts. We conclude today with the words of Adon Olam to a tune in honor
Of Harry Belafonte. Here we go. Yai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai, ya-bye-bye-bye, ya-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai-dai. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Le'et Nasa B'Chetz Kol, Azai Melech Shem Lo Nikra, V'Yachar V'Kikutako Levado Yimlok No Ra, V'Hu Haya, V'Hu Hoveh, V'Hu Yeh B'Tifora, V'Hu Echad, V'Ein Sheni, V'Hamshilo Le'Chapira, V'Li Reshit, V'Li Tachlit, V'Lo Ha'oz, V'Hamisra, V'Hu Eli, V'Chai Goali, V'Tzor Chevli, V'Eitzara, Manakosi, V'Yom Ekra, V'Hu Nisi, U'Manosli, Manakosi, V'Yom Ekra, V'Yado, Avkid Ruchi, Ve'eti shan ve'aira, ve'imruchi yeviati, Adonai velo ira.
Join us for Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat
Oh my gosh, look at this group. Wow, what a great group. What a great group. Rachel.
You made my day.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I was on a cruise one time, and I did the memorable show. I was my first. Really.
Say again?
I was on a cruise one time. I did karaoke. I did karaoke the banana boat song. That was awesome. That was so awesome.
Is it fun?
There you go. Cherry Springer? I was thinking cherry.